I just thought I'd try a new different way of doing a video. It's the run up to Christmas and I've got so much to do, so I can't do the full length tutorials that I have been doing the rest of the year. But I thought I might just film myself working so you can see what I'm doing. I can chat to you and see if you like it. So that's something that I'm looking forward to be doing in the next coming year. So what I'm needing to do is I need to make some cards for my children and my husband. I'll not be doing the one for my husband on here because he does the editing, so I don't want him seeing what I'm making him. So I am going to start doing the ones for the children. I've got these little already stamped images from Crafter's Companion, and they're just nice little images of different things within the book, and then in the back of them they have some like sentiments and things like that. This one's got Santa, reindeer, stocking, tree, fireplace, and Santa in the sky. So if you can see them very well. I am going to put the other camera on from while I'm colouring and doing these. And this one's probably more grown-up picture, so it's got like flowers and poinsettias, and it's got a border one in there as well. And then this one's got scenes and a snow globe and a robin and a tree and some rabbits and things like that. So I might pick one from each of these to do work for each of my children, because one's 18, one's 14, and the other one's 11. So there's a bit of a difference between them, but as I've mentioned before in my past videos, my youngest is sort of like sort of the mental age of like probably like a 5 or 6 year old, because he's delayed. So you know, I still make things sort of like for that age level for him, and is obsessed with Christmas. So I think I'm going to do Santa for him. So I'll just take that out. These are 5 inches by 3 3/4. So they'll make a nice little card anyway. So I'm going to turn the recorder on now, see whether if this works. And I've spoken to my husband about having a sort of split screen so you can see what I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes on anyway. So let's turn that on. We're on. So I'm just going to get my rotating colouring board. Wow, that's got a lot of testers on. Let's turn that over so it's not as distracting. There we go. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to chat away to you as if you're just sat across the desk from me. I've started watching A Lovely Lady on The Last Homely House. My friend Val recommended her channel to me, and I just love the way that she lives and the way that she films and the way that she does everything. So I've liked the ones where she's just talking to you as though you're a person that's just sat across from her. So I thought I'll try and do that, with my channel, and see if that's something that my subscribers would want to see. So I'm going to colour these in with Spectrum Noir Tri-Brand markers. These ones you can see up there. And this one's the dark red blend. So I'm going to start off with Santa's hat, I think. So I'm not going to go too much into the talking about the pens and all that sort of thing. I'm not that up on all that sort of thing. I just pick stuff up off my husband really, because he's more with the colouring. So yeah, it's 2 weeks today till the actual big day. So I'm very sort of observant of how many crafting days I've got left, and we've got school performances. Well, I've just got one school performance, and then my eldest is in college, but then she also does placement work. She's training to be a teacher, which I'm super proud of. And my middle child, who's my son, he's currently homeschooled. He'll be starting in next September at college to do his GCSEs, which I think he's really looking forward to doing. So yeah, I think this is the last Christmas where I'm going to have any children in during the day. So next year I'll probably be glad of all the extra spare time, my crafts to keep me sane. Because I think once my children are out of the house, I feel like I'm a bit sort of redundant as a mum. I know they'll always still need me. It's just, I'm a stay-at-home mum, and I think when I've had the children in the house for all the years that I have, it's going to be a bit of a change. So anybody who's gone through that, they'll know. And I know usually after the summer holidays, when my kids have gone back to school, many a time I've just come home and I've cried because I've missed them. But then over the summer holidays, I've been pulling my hair out. I'm like, yeah. So my youngest goes to a special needs school, and my daughter is part-time college and part-time at a job. It's sort of placement, what they call it. And we've just got our son home all day every day at the moment, and it's lovely, because I think there's nothing wrong, it's just what we chose to do with our children. We were very inspired by our friends who homeschooled their children. I wouldn't have known where to start with my youngest. If we'd have not got him into a special school, then I have no idea of what I would have done. It would have had to be homeschooled. I guess we would have figured it out along the way. It's just, the way that you do things with children like that, it's totally different to what you do with I'm not saying normal, I don't like that, but like regular children, that have not got the additional needs that they have. But it's nice just having our older son at home, rather than them being put in situated like within high school. They've got to take so many GCSEs, and I think, depending on what job they're going to do, they might not use all of those. So we wanted to give him the option of him being able to choose which ones he does, and then the ones he does choose to do, he may get a higher mark than what he would have done, say, if he were doing 12 GCSEs and he had to take all those exams all at the same time. Whereas doing it the way around that we're doing, you can take one GCSE at a time, then move on to your next one. So yeah, that's just quick overview of what we're doing. But yeah, he's strangely enough, he's actually gotten into wanting to do something sciencey, which is amazing to me. Because I always thought he'd be more inclined to go towards computing and things like that. He may still yet, when he gets to college and they give him his options, then he might do. But at the moment he's really enjoying. I think it's chemistry he's enjoying best. So I'm really proud of it, and the information that it comes out with. We use a website for him that has the courses, so it keeps him at the level that he needs to be for his age. I think it's called Century, I think. And the information that he tells us from that is unbelievable, because both me and my husband did GCSEs, but the stuff that's out there now is so different. And I mean, I met my husband the year I left high school, 23 years ago, a very long time. I was sort of like in the higher grades a bit now, but I think if I were to redo them now, I probably wouldn't get anywhere near the marks that I would have done back then. It would have been so different. But yeah, it's just the stuff that is coming out with it amazes us. And the retention of his memory is fantastic. So when he was in junior school, he's one of those kids that you can show him something or tell him something, information, once or just a couple of times, and it's stuck in his head. And he had a few teachers that were like, oh no, he's too far in front of all the other children, we're not progressing him on, and it didn't sit well with me. I think why hold back a child that's, you know, obviously progressing on to the next level? Why can't they go on to that level? So that's one of the reasons why we did the homeschooling thing. I've just realised I've just banged on about homeschooling for about 8 minutes, so I do apologise. It's supposed to be a crafty type video. So yeah, I've got Santa's hat going nicely. I've come out the lines just a little bit. So as my dad calls it, line fine. But luckily, oh, the top's come off the pen. I've got a blender pen that I can sort of dab those little bits away. These are alcohol marks. I can't remember if I said. I know I said that they were tri-blends, but if you've not done any of this sort of work, then you'll not know, you know, what they're for. But yeah, the pro markers, that's the old ones that my husband used to use. These are Spectrum Noir pens, and there's different types, but I like these tri-blend ones because it takes the sort of like the thinking away of like what different shade I need to be able to blend it to give dimension onto a certain area. But this blender pen, it's good for, it's basically just clear alcohol in a pen, and it sort of just dabs it away for you. So you just have to keep going back onto it and taking it away just a little bit at a time. But as you can see, I'm just trying to, you know, make some sort of shading dimension onto Santa's hat. And I do a base coverage all over with the lightest colour, and then I go up to the darkest shade and sort of just go around the edges, as you'll have seen me doing, and that sort of like brings the dimension. And then you go for your mid colour and then just go over, just slightly go over the edge of the dark one that you've just done. Now, depending on what card you're using, the card will only absorb so much alcohol. So once it's got the full saturation in, you can't put any more in. But then once you've done that, I just go over with the lightest shade again, and that sort of blends those layers together. And there, it gives you that sort of nice added dimension. So you can, I'm looking there as though you can see it's this one above me that I'm looking at. So yeah, that's just how I do that. So what else can I blabber on to you about? Things I've been making for this year, which is 2023, depending on when you're watching this. I'm making my youngest son a Hungry Caterpillar quilt to go with his storybook bag, and that's probably about 3/4 of the way done. I'm just on the hand quilting part of it. If I get a chance, I'll do a little one of these videos and then I can show you what it's like, but whether I can get it all on the screen with the area that I've got behind my desk, you'll wish I'll just have to see. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and I've been making things for my daughter. I've still got something to make for my son, my other son, I should say. And I'm trying to think what else. I've still got some Christmas cards to make, obviously these ones, but you know, for family and friends. There just never seems to be enough time for everything, especially, you know, like I did a big card order that I've spoke about on some of my shorts, and I did all those quite early on in the year, and then I started making mine thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time, I'll be fine, I'll get them done, and the days have just disappeared on me. I honestly can't believe how quickly they've gone. Oh, I've gone on to Santa's bell there. See, I don't know why Santa would have a bell on his hat, because he's obviously got to be quiet when he's going down the chimney and he doesn't want to wake any of the children up. So why would he have a bell? You'd think it'd be a, you know, a pom-pom or something on the end of it, not a bell. But that's just me and my thinking. So yeah, I hope this little video is just helpful for if anybody's just sat at home, because I know being a crafter can feel incredibly lonely and isolated, because like say if you're working in your studio like what I do, or if you just sat at your kitchen table at home and you don't get out much, I know how isolating and lonely it can be. So when I've been watching these videos since my friend recommended them, it sort of just reminded me of that, and I wanted to do something similar myself. So I thought if I just do some little videos where I film me chattering on as though you sat with me, and then have the other camera on so you can see what I'm doing. So if you like the videos, then I'll carry on doing them, but if not, then we'll think about it in the new year what else I can do. So I hope nobody gets bored of this. If you don't like it, just swipe past me, don't worry about it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on colouring in Santa, and I will probably take a picture of him once he's finished and put it up at the end so you can see. But you don't want to listen to me rambling on the entire time that's going to take me to colour him in, because we're already 15 minutes into the video, and I don't like the sound of my own voice, so I'm giving up hearing it. So there might be other people out there that also think they're about my voice, so I do apologise. So yeah, I'm going to get off and go finish colouring Santa in. So if you like the video, let me know in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions or anything like that. I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. And if you like the video, if you could give me a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, if you consider subscribing, that'd be appreciated too. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.